welcome. Thanks so much for joining me again this week. Now, as I promised, we're going to focus on the tools. Remember, we're doing a bigger declutter job at the moment where we're dedicating 2 hours, half a day. So it's important. A plumber doesn't arrive at your house without his tools. So we're not going to start our declutter project without our tools. So what sort of tools do we need? Well, first off, a dust cloth. Need I say more? We're going to be able to get to areas we haven't gotten to for a while. And it's great. We can do a really thorough clean while we're going. After that, we kind of need a wet cloth for, scratches, marks, those sorts of things. And a vacuum cleaner with all its little detailed nozzles, of course. A pen and a paper in case we want to make any notes. Put on some music. Now, the music is very individual for you. There's no right or wrong. Some of us might like music really loud and exciting to keep us going, and others might have calm and gentle to keep us, from feeling stressed, overwhelmed, overcome, whatever feelings come up. Ideally, we want it to be exciting and fun, so maybe that's the type of music you choose. Of course, comfortable clothing. We're there to work and get a job done. Let's be sensible here. And then we need 5, either a bag, a box or a container. And these are for the following things. Are you ready? This is where you need a pen and paper right now to write these down. One is for rubbish. Those things that are broken, damaged, scratched, no good to give to anyone. They go straight in the rubbish bin. After that, items we can recycle. Paper, cardboard, those sorts of things. And then, of course, there's those items that we're going to give away. Now, some items might be to other people. I was working with a lady once when we were decluttering her house, and she had loads of books, beautiful, stunning books. But the beauty was, there were some books there we were able to say, Joan would love this, Dorothy would love this, Karen would love this. And they got a little post-it note put on it. And it was a great excuse for her to catch up with friends to say, I was thinking of you and thought you'd appreciate this. Now, the other giving away, of course, is donating. And sometimes it's so beneficial if you can actually think of who would benefit from these items. It can often depend on the space you're working in as well. So, if you're working in your wardrobe, you might be giving clothes away there's a charity near us called Fitted for Work, and they take bags, handbags, shoes, suits, and lend them to people to go for jobs, job interviews, or to start work. And so those items of clothing you've been holding on might actually be able to help someone get a job and change their life. How good would that make you feel? Maybe a women's shelter would appreciate some platters, some vases. So, a lady who's left with nothing can set up her new home with some really special items that she can really appreciate. Of course, doctors' surgeries, kindergartens, dentists, they all love toys, books, those sorts of things for their, kiddies' corner. Local schools, they may be having a fete coming up, and you can donate there. So when you really are clear on who you're giving your things away to, that can make a big difference to actually giving them away. After that, we have a bag, a box or a container for items that belong in other rooms. So for example, let's say I am clearing out a bedroom and I find some coffee cups or some glasses. What I don't want to do is walk into the kitchen and suddenly decide that I'll just wash those dishes and I'll wipe that bench. And what are we having for dinner tonight? Let me check the fridge and I'll get dinner ready. So just anything that belongs in other rooms in your house goes in that bag, box or container, and you get to put it away later. After that, of course, there's items you're unsure of. Do I want to keep this or don't I? That's okay. Don't fret. Just go, I'm unsure at the moment. Put it in that bag, box or container. Now, once you have reset the room, you go back to this unsure box and see if it fits with the new style you've set up. If it does, great, it goes back in. If it doesn't, does it now go in rubbish, recycling, donate or give away to someone? And if you're still unsure, That's okay. Again, you can box it up and put a date on this box. This date is completely up to you. A week, a month, 6 months, a year. And a year is generally plenty. That's a whole cycle of all of our seasons. And if you haven't come back to that box in a year, you don't need those items and you can happily get rid of them. So I hope those hints and tips have really helped you think about your big declutter project. Now you're welcome to go to the website www.lifestyrefocus.com.au to grab some free resources or to have a look around, of course. In the meantime, I shall talk to you next week. Have a wonderful, happy, productive week. Thank you so much.